Hey, hi everyone. How y'all doing today?
Hello.
Hi.
Great.
Good. So let me begin by asking, and for whoever wants to go, what makes Queen's Court worth watching?
Us.
Plain and
I was
simple.
like,
It's a
you have a
pretty
good
Baby,
answer.
I
I
love
love that. I mean, that's just being honest. We're really I love that I know sidebar that she said that. If you've experienced either one of us over our careers, you get an authentic person. And this
Mhm.
is even more a dose of that, but being intimate because
Right.
this is us showing ourselves, being active, searching for love. So I think that in itself is going to get people like,
Yeah.
wow,
Mhm.
okay.
And
Yeah.
also it's relatable.
Yeah,
I
very
feel like
much.
this is everything that, a person goes through, male or female, when they're dating.
Hmm.
You have girlfriends and you talk about these guys that you're going out on dates with. And on the other side too, these guys are having conversations about us as
Exactly.
well.
Right.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
the truth is it's, authentic television, and it is something that is worth watching because, you might see yourself in one of us.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
also
For
think
sure.
that people have seen one side of us or
Yeah.
they think they
Yeah.
know us, but for us to be vulnerable and open up our hearts and do
Hmm.
this on TV, it takes a lot of
Big deal.
courage.
And do.
And yeah, I think people will find it interesting to see how we navigate through not only the different dates and the guys, but the things that we learn about ourselves through
Hmm.
this journey.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it
Well,
could
what
be
is
like a
something that you learned?
little therapy
It
session for
is. It
you.
definitely is.
For sure. Well, what is something that you learned about yourself throughout this process?
Well, one of the things, if I say
So
this
many
one more
things.
time, no,
Right.
sorry. One of the things that I learned about myself is not to judge a book by its cover.
Okay.
I usually meet someone straight off the bat. I'm like, I don't know, I'm not really interested. But just to really give, that person the opportunity to open up and get to know me and vice versa. So instead of me just not even giving them the chance based off of nothing, really.
Yeah, for sure. Tamar?
Well, for me, I think um, I just decided that I wouldn't settle.
Okay.
I definitely deserve to have, the man that I want, the life that I want, and I don't have to settle my career to have that. I can
Mhm.
have it all at the
Hmm.
same time. I can be happy in my career and I can be happy at home and I can be myself. And I deserve a person who's going to accept me for who I am. And that is not a character flaw. That is just something
Yeah.
that we all deserve to
Deserve,
be
right.
as our individual selves.
For sure. And Nivea?
I learned a lot, but still learning. I think mostly was to just be intentional about what I want and
Okay.
act like it.
Yeah.
Because I'll say one thing and act differently. So I think a lot of things are about self control with me in general. So
Mhm.
I learned a lot.
Awesome. Very
I'm
nice.
probably gonna write a book.
Listen, we cried a lot, way more than we expected, but
Right.
I don't know. It was just some deep moments that I'm like,
Mhm.
oh wow.
Thankful
Yeah.
for.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it was
thankful.
all worth it in the end, right?
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was because
Yeah.
it really, I feel like it opened up our hearts. And, a lot of the conversations, especially with love, because we obviously have all failed in that department, we're now talking about things that we probably typically wouldn't talk about
Mm.
with girlfriends, maybe with the therapist, yes.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
Not open like
and me
this.
knowing like, okay, you've been through some of the same things, you've been through some of the same things,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
just, it was
definitely.
very
Mhm.
therapeutic.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, and all three of you have experienced public relationships. How difficult has that been for you?
It sucks.
Absolutely sucks.
Right.
Because people tend to have comments on things that they have no idea about, truly about really what happened,
Yeah.
and that's really hard because they charge you to who they think you are as a person,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mhm.
and that is irritating.
Yeah.
I get
And
that,
I
yeah.
think,
Mhm.
going through a breakup is
Yeah.
hard enough as it is. And you have
Privately.
Already. Right.
privately, you're dealing with whatever it is that you're dealing with. And then you have the public,
Mm.
putting comments, or they have an opinion about your life or what they think happens
Hmm.
based off of the perception they have of you.
You.
And they don't even really know you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
it's been, all my breakups have been difficult because I usually get the blame for them, but
Me too.
It's
sis.
It's usually me. I'm like, yeah,
Unfortunately.
no.
Yeah, I get that. Well, my last question is ultimately, what do you hope audiences take away from Queen's Court?
I guess for me, well, I guess for all of us,
Yeah.
we just want to remind people that, it's never too late to find love. It's never too
Mhm.
late to do the work to get what you want
Right.
in your life. And, when you put yourself out there, it's a win-win situation. Either you find the person or your person that you're supposed to be with, or you find yourself. And so it's a win-win.
And even if it doesn't work, keep pushing
Yes.
at it.
Yeah,
Like,
keep going for
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Awesome. Fantastic. May I take a screenshot for social media?
And
Screenshots.
1, 2, 3. Amazing.
we need
Thank
to
you
be
so much
saved for that. Thank you.
It was a
Bye.
pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
bye.